So I felt like it was pretty good in front of me, right? But it's too low, right? I have to start addressing that. Yeah, how he's avoiding the contact. Like I allowed that for, well, I don't know, 4 rides or something. Yeah. Um, where before I didn't allow it because he was not stretching that part of his body, right? But I wanted to let him stretch that part of his body solid, right? So he felt comfortable in it. And I could range change. You saw what I was doing. I mean, he could stay. So now we have to discuss when we ask our shoulders to change or lift, how we respond in the hand, because he's definitely got the wrong idea, right? Avoid, right? It's going to hurt. Avoid it, yes, or pull on it. In this case, in my case, he pulls on it because it's not a nasty bit, right? It's not something that he's afraid of, right? And it's more normal for him to lean on it than to avoid it, right? They're into pressure animals, right? So I'm just trying to have a conversation with him, and I use a lateral position, um, because if I don't, I can't open the throat latch, right? He just stays behind, curled up behind my hand, right? Because he's curled up behind my hand, right? Because he is on the forehand and shortening, and that's how he ended up with kissing spine, right? So we lengthened his back, right, and got him reaching the shoulders out. Remember, we just wanted the neck to come out of the shoulders. I mean, it wouldn't even do that, right? So we freed this up. That's when his back all of a sudden looked, 6 inches longer, probably because it was, right? And then we turned our attention to him stretching through here, right? Which is where we've been at, right? And he's pretty good till about there, right? And then if I try to say anything in the hand, right, his notion is to avoid it. So I use a lateral position because it naturally opens the throat latch and lifts the neck up. And because I've got this pretty good, I don't worry about it shortening into the neck. I wouldn't have wanted to do that before I had gotten this longer. Well, it would have just, right, exactly. I couldn't have. So, that's where, and then I'll go between that, working on when I say, see right there, he's just trying to go through the front. So I need to be able to say, don't do that, and rebalance him on the leg. But really, it's self control, like self carriage, so that, he doesn't have to go behind and brace, but that he can open and lift, right? Right. So then, because I explained it in the counter shoulder in, right, I can say, hey, counter shoulder in, use my body, then discuss with the hands, right? Pick up your right side, stay over on your left side, up on the right, because that's the problem, right? In general, he loads left and gets behind on the right. So then, then the goal is that I put him in that position, and then I can start to push him up like that. Right. But I can't just say, oh, I'm going to push you up because he doesn't know what up is. You understand?